Let's sling the ball around.
She's a keeper. No more burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros. Don't you no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, baby. Bubbles and these models and it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle of my style. I'm about to lock down.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucs are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 101 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
First down throw for Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a second down throw for Winston. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on to stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Bortles escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lee. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Buccaneers have it. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 1st and 10 following the fumble recovery. Tampa Bay marching back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see what they do this year. Now, they have not made the playoffs since 2007, and I've got their schedule right here, and the schedule makers did not do them any favors. I know you've probably seen it, but take a look at that.
You're exactly right as you hand me this sheet of paper. Open at New Orleans, who won the AFC South last year. Then they're home against Philadelphia, who won the Super Bowl last year. Then they're home against Pittsburgh on a Monday nighter. And the Steelers went deep into the playoffs last year before going to Chicago in Game 4. That is a blowout opening schedule. Fortunately enough, 2 of the first 3 are at home.
Yeah, so those first 3 games, they won 11, 13, and 13 games a season ago.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go. Return the play.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Let's go. Green, triple C. Let's go.
2nd down, Winston. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. Well, CD, in a couple of weeks we can make our Super Bowl predictions, but for right now, I want to get your AFC Division Champion predictions. Who do you have?
All right, let's start in the AFC East. It's New England. Do we need to say any more?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a challenger behind them in that division right now.
That tends to cover it. Miami believes that they can be. Buffalo will be starting over with a new quarterback. So will the Jets. How about the AFC South? I'm going to give you a surprise there. I think Houston comes back and reclaims their crown and moves ahead of Jacksonville and Tennessee, who were both in the playoffs last year. The good health of Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless. Houston in a surprise pick.
All right. How about the West? The West is always intriguing. Who are you taking there?
One of the better divisions in football. John Gruden's back in Oakland. Kansas City has a new quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Denver has a new quarterback in Case Keenum, plus a terrific defense. But I think the L.A. Chargers ride away with this division crown. Philip Rivers has to get it done. Somewhat approaching the twilight of his career. And I love their pass rush with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram.
And in the North, I'm guessing you're going Steelers.
I think I have to go the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everyone else has big question marks. The Steelers have Big Ben, and they're really upset about the way 2017 ended when they lost to Jacksonville in the playoffs.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. That escapes the sack. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 2nd down. Hey, while we've got a second, let's talk rookie running backs. Obviously, the headliner is Saquon Barkley, but there's a lot of good other backs in this class, are there not?
There certainly are, and there was a surprise first-round pick to many people out of San Diego State named Rashad Penny, who went to Seattle. They're trying to recreate that strong running game that they had that powered them to 2 Super Bowl appearances. How about Royce Freeman in Denver? A big-time pickup out of the University of Oregon. They expect him to be the lead runner when the season begins. He'll get every opportunity to do that. Kerryon Johnson in Detroit, out of Auburn. They haven't had a running game since I can't remember, and they need to take some pressure off of Matthew Stafford. Maybe Kerryon Johnson can power them that way. How about a couple below-the-radar guys? Chris Warren is leading the NFL in rushing after 2 weeks. Undrafted out of Texas, running the ball well.
Dante Moncrief, touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, 44 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. And they try to sweep to Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's convert.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give to Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is caught by Jackson. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Looking down.
Oh, my God.
Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Ridiculous.
A.J.
That's
Boye with the
ridiculous.
pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard
There's no way
line.
he should even kept up with
Possession of the
that.
3rd
He was already
quarter, an
past that.
interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fournette, a first down carry, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Bortles, quick hitch, complete. It's Lee. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A fake to Fournette, now it's Bortles to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vinny Curry able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Back now in Jacksonville as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now Jameis on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Third and goal, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, my.
No, it's incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive.
They always have the drive super, fucking super lit, stupid. Come on, Anthony.
No introduction really necessary. Get to messing like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out 20 red till them don't need nothing. Got like in the Kango Enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a chat, so I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say, do. Tell break bread or fake dead, a bit to hate that. 50 million, you die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, see me outside when you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like a Black Panther week to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown getting down with a homie and a half a. Let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I was challenging with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like a 8.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago. And they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucs are underway. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Spread left.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go.
Here's a give to Fournette. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go now. Let's convert. Hey, Trevor, see.
From the gun, Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. A handoff to Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Bortles. They'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Jameis now on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Again, it's Winston. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Howard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker.
And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up first and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Pro Bowler Brent Grimes brings him down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on third down, Bortles dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's Bortles to throw, being chased out left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Bortles now on third and goal. And that is incomplete. Brent Grimes, the former Pro Bowler, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Steps in, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Jackson now to return. And some room to maneuver. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, 99 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Bortles, forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Bortles now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Here we go. Punch right.
Again, it's Bortles. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get in that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot. Lee says this will be incomplete. You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Crane.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Let's go, let's go. Set. 380. 3 and 7.
The pitch to Fournette. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. That's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. Buying time to his left. Now he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. Evades him at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that one will pretty much...
Turn for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Dancing to his left. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Lucy. Switch. Hey, let's go. Trips left. On your team.
Now Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Following the interception, Winston being chased out left. His throw incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more down.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Move.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down. Bortles to throw once more. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watch him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles got to have this one. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, snap.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in before that. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Now Bortles on the bootleg. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Let's go, let's go.
To throw is Bortles. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One final try now for Bortles. And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still...
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swing goes now. Now smash. Shots and goes. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pocket splitters. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt that sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. Ice. Swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Put that thing. Whip it. This shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring the. I do. Don't want them. They pull up with they. It's times 3 this high. Fuck $1 million at the. We gon' get that until we go. Rich, straight to the top low. More PJs and rich like water go to Cabo. Cash in the walls, hollow. Your money too small, micro. Punch up on the car, got a.
Down! 180!
I don't exactly know what you're trying to say. That title you mean in this game, right? No. I'm talking about NFL. No, it's a stupid play that it's one of them plays that, like, unless you know it's coming, it's gonna beat your guy no matter what. Like, that's why I'm I'm practicing and trying to see the different coverages to stop it. So far there's 2 coverages I got that can stop it. What about? Let's see. Curl. I'm trying to see, because so far it's looking like Madden finally got all their zones right. Before you couldn't really do your zones. And then I could do this. Mid read. Middle read. Curl flat. Quick curl. Ooh, I still got a hard flat. Oh, nice. See, last year's Madden didn't let you do all this switching up like this. Oh, wow. Yo, defense is about to be legit. Let me see. All right. Keep pass. Outside quarter. What is that? Outside quarter. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Outside quarter. Blitz, man. Key pass. Key pass. Quarter. Yeah. Outside third. It's outside third. Oh, that's the same thing. Outside quarter, outside third, outside quarter. Outside third and outside quarter looks like the same thing. Inside third. Inside quarter, key pass, inside third. Now I see the difference. Outside third, outside quarter. Yep, that's the difference. Half, inside third, inside quarter. Outside quarter, outside third. Inside third. Throw flat, hook curl. LOL. What do you mean, really? Flip is that. Throw flat is that. Hook curl. No, I'm not, I already know how to stop the play. I'm not even doing it. I'm just looking at different things right now. Hook curl. Okay, but where's throw flat? Because throw flat, hook flat, fire flat. What happened to the? What happened to the R flat? Oh, maybe I missed it. Hold on. No, middle third. So maybe the linebackers don't have that. Nah, I can stop it without a cover 4. I can stop it without a cover 4 now, bro. Let me see something. Let me see something else too. Third, where is it? Inside quarter. Let's see if. Oh. Third. No, that's not what I want. What the hell? Maybe because, let me see. If I do third. Oh no, that's why, because it's, yeah, it's not gonna do that. Okay, let's try this. What was I looking for? I'm looking for a quarter. There's quarter, outside third, outside quarter. What happens if I put outside third? Where's that? Outside third, what does that look like? Oh. So third is still gonna take the middle more than anything. I'ma do me. Outside. Third. That's what I just did, right? So third is always going to be. Okay, now what was I gonna do? I was gonna try it. I do got it. Why doesn't it? No. So is it? Because I did that before too. Why does he keep running after him? Change this because that's messing up. This shit up. First off, let me go back to nickel. Middle read, middle third, hard flat. seam flat. Go flat. So see, I don't understand. Okay, let's see what it is. What if, okay, let me see, what if I do this? Forward flat. Now, now what happens? Almost like the seam flat is the hard flat. Like, definitely not. You just really don't. What just happened?